Right, so on this lovely sunny morning, I am asking you, are you using LinkedIn to research your competitors? And I'm going to tell you why you should research your competitors on LinkedIn. It's something that a lot of people don't do, but the benefit that people often overlook is the value of using LinkedIn as a real research and insights tool. So in the next few weeks, we're all going to be competing for our audience's attention across a multitude of channels and against an increasing volume of content. So I'm going to tell you how to safely and most effectively monitor your competitors on LinkedIn. So firstly, adjust your LinkedIn profile privacy settings before you start to research. This is crucial. First, review your own LinkedIn presence to ensure that you're not leaving yourself open to sharing valuable information about your own business. So while the content that you post on LinkedIn might be well considered, if you haven't reviewed your privacy settings, you could actually be giving away a lot more information than you realize that you are. So to access your privacy settings, you click on your profile photo, select about 4 or 5 down, settings and privacy, and allow only you to see your connections. By default, your first degree connections can see your LinkedIn connections, and this lets them browse your network, and it might include your clients, your prospects, your business partners, and this setting will also stop advertisers from serving ads to your clients and your connections. So LinkedIn users can see connections who endorse your skills, and if you want to keep your connections as private as possible, you may wish to adjust your endorsement settings as well. Just switch them off. Switch your profile viewing setting to private mode. Under profile viewing options, you can choose whether you're visible or viewing in private mode, and if you're viewing competitors' personal profiles, you might want to avoid leaving a whole footprint in their who's viewed summary, which lets them know that you're actually having a look. So make sure you've done this. When researching competitors, switch it to completely private mode, so that you'll potentially be able to look through their connections. And if they haven't locked down their own who can see your connection setting, they've actually left the door wide open for you to look through their network and potentially find a complete list of clients and prospects there. So pro tip, don't forget to switch your profile viewing option back to fully visible after you've finished your competitor research to ensure that you get the details of who's viewing your profile, because it becomes unavailable to you when you're actually viewing in private mode. Right, so turn off the viewers of this profile also viewed option. A lot of people don't do this, and if you leave the feature switched on in your privacy settings, any client or prospect who visits your profile is likely to see a very, very handy list of competitors that they can also check out. So, should you connect with your competitors? Highly debated, totally personal choice. If you've met them, yes, why not? You might be able to mutually refer business. When you're unable to help a potential client, now you've got your privacy settings under control, having followed this, you'll be protecting your most valuable business assets. Or you can just follow them, which is actually what I do. It allows me to see their posts, their articles in my homepage feed, but I'm not actually connected to them. So following someone is a really useful option, particularly for competitor research, because you don't need to wait for an invitation to connect to be accepted. However, it is also really important to note that a notification is sent to someone when you do start following them if they've got those notifications switched on, so they might just spot what you're doing. So be careful. To follow a person or company, click follow on their profile. If you don't see the follow button, click the more on the top portion of the person's profile and then select follow from the drop down menu. It's about 3 or 4 down. With competitor understanding as your intention, take a fresh scroll through your news feed and answer these questions. What updates have your connections posted, and can you spot what they might be working on in their business? If your connections are sharing content, what or who is the original source? Are there any content ideas that you could actually adapt for your own business? I'm not talking about copying, I'm talking about ideas. And who's commenting on their content? It might be prospects or partners, and do you have connections in common? Right. Turn competitor insights from LinkedIn into actions for your business. You can gather a whole wealth of information from LinkedIn, but the information is only valuable if you use it purposefully. If you don't know what to do with the information, then you're unlikely to find it. It will actually add value. So consider making the most of your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. And maximize your opportunities by managing business threats through putting out valuable content. And finally, decide on relevant actions for your business. Identify what you should be doing, start doing it, keep doing it, and do more of it. So in sum, analysing your competitors and their activities on LinkedIn can reveal incredibly valuable insights for your own business. Learn what competitors are up to, identify industry trends, and basically stay ahead of your peers. If you want to put an effective lead generation strategy into place in the coming weeks, please do drop me a line at melanie@trevorzansocial.com. We can have a discussion and get something set up for you fairly quickly. Thanks, and have a lovely, safe, well Sunday.